Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolfe Pit. The holidays are only a few weeks away, and if you don't already have a menu planned, now's the time to start planning. Or, if you're like me and you procrastinate, and you wait until the last minute and you're just now watching this video in a couple weeks, with only days left before Thanksgiving, and you're finally getting around to planning your holiday menu, I have the perfect side dish for you that takes no time to make, but is huge on flavor. And that's this super rich and creamy Three Cheese Corn Casserole that's so good, it'll bring tears to a glass eye. So let's get started, and I'll show you how easy this is to make. And like you've heard me say before, just because a recipe is quick and easy with few ingredients, doesn't mean it's not going to be full of flavor. But this recipe already packs a big punch of flavor when you cook it in the oven, so we're going to add a knockout punch and cook it on the grill. For today's cook, I'm using the super versatile and super easy to use Memphis Grill. So all we need to do to get the grill ready is to turn it on, and then to set it to our desired temperature, which today we're cooking our corn casserole at 350 degrees. And that's all there is to it. It's just like operating your oven in your house, with the delicious flavor of a wood-fired grill. So once you have the grill set to 350 degrees, add a large cast iron skillet, close the lid, and let everything come up to temperature. Once everything's up to temperature, add some butter, followed by some minced garlic, and then give it a quick mix. And then close the lid and let it cook for about 2 minutes. Each time we close the lid, we're adding a little bit of smoked flavor to the dish. After 2 minutes, give it another quick mix, and then add 2 cans of well-drained corn. Fresh would always be better, but if you can't get fresh, canned corn or frozen corn will work. Then give it a good mix. Then add a block of cream cheese, and please use full-fat cream cheese. It's the holidays. Splurge and eat what you want, and feel good about it, because come January 1st, we're all going to be renewing our memberships and keeping gyms in business, at least for a couple weeks, until that box of donuts is more important than going to the gym. Then add some freshly grated Parmesan cheese right out of the bag, followed by some freshly grated cheddar cheese right out of the bag. And then finish that off with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Then just give it a real quick, unnecessary mix. And then close the lid and let it cook for a few minutes to soften up the cheese. While our cheese is softening, to a bowl of breadcrumbs, add some chopped rosemary, chopped thyme, and a little bit more Parmesan cheese. And then give it a good mix. And this is going to be the topping for our casserole. If you don't like rosemary or thyme, or more Parmesan cheese, feel free to change it up how you like. After 2 minutes, our corn and cheese mixture is starting to get soft and a little bit smoky. So give it a good mix. And it wasn't quite as soft and creamy as I would have liked it. So we smoothed it back out, close the lid, and let it cook about 2 more minutes. After 2 more minutes, our corn and cheese mixture was right where I wanted it. Ideally, you could cook this all in the same dish, but the skillet I was using was too big for the amount I cooked. So we poured our cheese and corn mixture into an 8x8 casserole dish that we sprayed with cooking spray. Then we topped it with our breadcrumbs, herbs, and Parmesan mixture. Once all of our toppings on, close the lid and let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes, or until it's hot and bubbly and the top is nice and golden brown. After about 18 minutes, here's what our corn and cheese casserole looks like. Now let's take it off the grill and let it rest for a couple minutes before we dig in. After resting for 10 minutes, the only thing left to do was to dig in and see how it turned out. And visually, I've got to say, that looks pretty darn good. Taste-wise, it was amazing. It was very rich, it was very creamy, with a nice sweetness from the corn, and a saltiness from the Parmesan cheese, topped off with the freshness from the herbs. And speaking of the topping, that Parmesan cheese and the breadcrumbs on top add a really nice contrasting crunch. And the Memphis grill provided the perfect amount of smoke without undersmoking or oversmoking. This is definitely going to be one of my side dishes on my upcoming Thanksgiving menu, and I hope you guys give it a try too and make it a part of your menu as well. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe, and share it with your family and friends, and I'll see you soon.